Okay, and welcome to another one of my videos. This is Shogun 2, the newest of the Total War games. I'm joined here with my friend Insanity, and as you can see we're just moving up slightly, just take the first build segment land here. I can see across this side, Insanity has his cavalry hidden in the trees, which would be a nice side of, can hit side on if needed be. Enemy on this side has a lot of guns, which we have to be careful with, and he's still got his cavalry back here. They're very highly ranked ER cavalry, which make very short work of Insanity's light, so he has to use those quite effectively. Just organising my lines. On a second, noticing that they had their range units in front of ours. You can see here now, Insanity sends his cavalry down here to try and tease this cavalry to come down from the side. And as you can see, it starts working. And he can use his hidden cavalry here as a side ambush onto those cavalry there. Meantime, I'm keeping an eye on this section here in case they make any sudden movements. We'll pull some spearmen and some swordsmen just for extra aid, because he knows that his light cav will not be able to take this. This cavalry's now been spotted and he's charging them out. Enemy here quick to react, charging to his cavalry, and he's coming from the side flank here. Again, I do believe they noticed that. Yeah, and pull some cavalry across. And see highly trained cavalry against those light cav, fully just took them out of the wind. Some cav gets caught up here, rest of the unit comes down below when he sends these few units back just to give them time. As you can see here, the enemy now bringing their guns down across. Guns are quite effective against, well, will be quite effective against these units. Rob sees them, pulls his men back. So, oh, they just hidden their guys in the trees. He did some damage to their units, they wouldn't be as much of a problem as they would be. The king was taking out all of his cavalry over here, as you can see. This unit here has now taken the farmhouse, which that symbol's fatigue. Not really majorly important by us, but I do send these south bows here just to do as much damage as I can. You can see now Insanity is pulling his men down while keeping these guys here in track with the cavalry, knowing that he's still got some hidden in the trees somewhere so they could come and hit across. Down on this side you can see that they have now brought cavalry here. But trying to do as much damage as I possibly can to. Pretty bit late reading it, I've got some guns there, but I was meant to pull these guys back before they actually do start running. And hopefully these guns will shoot at them. If they come over here, I had spearmen. But I was a bit too slow on that front, and I'll be taking heavy casualties here, but he pulls back, probably knowing about my guns. And you see now that their guns here on the side are starting to mobilise up. Might catch Insanity off guard, I'm not too sure. Meantime, organising his troops down here a little bit more. These guys here are almost in range of my other archers, which are hanging around behind. So got my guns in a decent position again in case they do charge up. Down this side, as you can see, the cavalry is hit the sword infantry pretty hard. About them with them. Even just being sword units, they will get pretty destroyed. But Robert's Sea charging Spearman and use the war cry ability, which actually takes down their morale really heavily. And you see gunfire sign here with some archers doing volleys over the top. My side, I'm pretty much using my archers as there, taking out the people on the side up here. Down, so you can see the cavalry now starting to pull away back, losing their morale quite heavily because there are no match for those spearmen. This gives Saladin an advantage to come up from behind if he carries them soon. He's got to be careful the cavalry hitting up into his units here, which as you can see he sees and pulls up his spear infantry. For the meantime I pretty much stay in a range fire between these guys, but I do pull out my guns to aid against these here, and as you can see I throw my archers fire upon them. See their units now starting to come out from the trees again into the fight. Over here the cavalry managed to get into Insanity's lines, which isn't most of use, but they do hold long enough for him to get his general up nearby. See the enemy pit there, men here into the last down formation, which boosts pretty much most attributes of the whole army, which is around. Insanity's lines just got gunned down. I pick off their long-range archers. However, Rob still has Insanity, but still has his troops down here, while doing what he can against these matchlocks. And I'll push up my line slightly to try and get as much of those archers as I can. I have these spearmen here hidden in the trees in case of their cavalry, as you can see there. Back over on the Insanity side, his general is still alive and he's quite fairly ranked, so he was doing quite good damage. And he's got his spearmen here, as you can see, coming from the cavalry. Just capturing this bit here will give all of our men extra melee attack. Oh dear. I can see now that they are starting to push up against my lines here. So the Allies got units coming here because he has cavalry coming up along these trees. Because yeah, they managed to force away the Yari cavalry which is pursuing on them. Now Rob has to be careful with all the high ground of his guns here. In the meantime I send up my units just to their units while I pull back my guns and my archers just to keep up the volley. Always being wary of this set of cavalry here, with my spearmen covering my general and my pulling back of the archers. As you can see here, I'm about to get hit behind from these swordsmen, which I do turn around and fight, but at the same time I've got these spearmen here on the side. All the meanwhile, my guns and arrows are still shooting, and you can see here Insanity is now pulling his troops up from the hill. These enemy here managed to have enough time to set up their guns. Alright. On the side, as you can see, I'm about to get flanked on the side here, up over my left side. And in the middle, I am winning this fight here, and pretty equal over here, which I do. As you see, I put my general into the last down formation, cavalry charging off the most loose, but it hits and disperses the forces, which buffers most of the impact upon my men. And now that my spearmen are pushing up, and my guns and my archers are still doing what they can to fire here. And you see they're joining for their last down formation as well, so we both are buffering up on them. Rob tries to charge through the lines here, he's doing quite well there, but a lot of his men got shot down. Charge to the side here just to delay their gunfire upon my men more so I can set up and just key up the fight. Managed to break their middle here, both the units, and then I'll see charging upon their bodyguard to try and kill him. That will demoralise and completely and hopefully cause a mass rout. I managed to get terribly charging to my range units. And I've managed to pull back on this fight here despite being hit from both sides. Back over on the sanity side, as you can see, he still has some units left in with much damage and keeping these guns as occupied as he can while I try and do this here. Enemies gunfire here do very good damage against my big cluster of men here, so be careful with it. See his cavalry again charging to my archers after trying to delay that from happening. Right now you can see Salency's army, he doesn't have much left, he still has his cavalry, his spearmen there. He'll still do as much as he can, laying these guns here, giving me more time on this side here to send reinforcements. I can see that a lot of my units and enemy units are routing. Gunfire from these enemy units really did more damage against these guys, but it still made Salency's men rout. So now it's pretty much these very few units here left in combat. With my few archers left, I'll try and get as much range as I can. Realise that my men were marching up close to them, so I try and pull them away. But you can see they do take a lot of heavy casualties during that fire. Men there got heavy fatigue, so they'll be much less effective in combat, much more tired, they'll run slower, they'll fight worse. One time here I got my archers to as much arrow fire as they can upon these people. So I here decided to split my lines just before I charge them, just hopefully to break out a bit more, but as you see as they charge they sort of crossed over. But a lot of my lines sort of disordered with the ammo for my warrior monks. As just heard then, I am now out of ammo for my archers, so I don't actually quite remember what to do with them. Keeping my general nearby just for sun's falling from around. You know. My guys decided to stop a little bumble before they charge. Use the rally ability to just keep them around with my men. See, I decided if I get rid of this unit, hopefully them being the last unit around, they'll just break due to that fact. So I thought I'd come in and finish off this unit.
Our men are running from the battlefield.
See, I put my general quickly into stand and fire formation, so these people have that last boost of morale to come down and do what they can against this last set of matchlock. See, I put them in these formations, I should have done it beforehand, so it's much harder to hit them then. And there we go. Okay, as you can see that we have just managed to gather. I am glad that you watched this video and hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you another time.